Welcome everybody to the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast, showing for all wrestling, everything wrestling. Happy New Year, Soto. What's going
Happy
on?
New Year's. Happy New Year's.
It's been an eventful couple of days this week. You know what I'm saying? With the end of Raw, the end of SmackDown, the end of live TV. How you feel about it?
Uh Listen, we're entering a new era. It's a brand new era. Something that, we should all be kind of excited about, the direction of wrestling and how much it's grown for the past couple of years. So
It's
I'm
come a
excited
long
for it.
way
It has come a long way.
between the early run of Vince. Well, Vince's dad, right? And then we get to, USA, CNN Spike, and this that, and the third, UPN 9. And now we got Fox, right? Fox and USA and CW, and then this is it. There's no more. You want to watch wrestling, you gotta go on Netflix now. So
No.
don't be surprised if these rates go up. Yeah,
Um
I see it now.
nah, but listen. Now it's like, I mean, all right. We have SmackDown on what on USA, right? We have I mean the only major change right now is Raw going to Netflix, right?
No,
Which
I thought everything's going to Netflix.
no, just Raw. Just Raw.
Just Raw.
Yeah, which but we're trying to, we're trying to see how that goes.
I don't know.
You know?
I got a feeling this is, I could have swore there was no more SmackDown on live TV because everything's gonna go over. But
Yeah.
I got a feeling that's gonna happen really soon. They're like, you know what? We're gonna bail on fucking USA and go. So because the way they made it, the way it came out, the way SmackDown ended last night, it was like, well, this seems like it's it. It's over. Like there's no more. This is the last thing we've seen on fucking TV is fucking Tiffany Stratton being, what you could say is the face of women's wrestling on SmackDown, you know, going over, cashing in. And then with Raw, it's just like everything just shows, it feels like a pay-per-view. It was like the last episode before a pay-per-view on Raw.
Right.
Everything pans out. You have probably the promo of the year with Punk and Rollins, right? And all that feels like, wow, we got a pay-per-view. Not knowing that it's just another regular episode of Monday Night Raw on fucking Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It feels different. Like both shows feel like there's no more TV. Like you want everything to be done on Netflix.
Everything seems like, it's going live stream. So
Yeah,
uh
like everything feels like it's the end. So I mean, you're right. You know, I I think that SmackDown isn't going to be on USA much longer. I think everything together is going to go right to Netflix the way anything's been built. You know what I'm saying? Why would you not have it? Like Raw goes to Netflix and then SmackDown stays on TV. I think it's going to change. Same thing with NXT.
right.
You see the landscape just change over the pan of like 6 months.
Right. Right. All right, let's kick it off because there's quite a few different topics today. Some breaking
There's a lot
news.
of coke today. If we could try to figure out
There's
and get to it.
there's a lot. There's a lot. Let's start with the women's IC tournament finals officially set. So we have Lyra Valkyria who defeated um Io Sky, which I thought was very shocking. Um, Going up against Dakota Kai, who beat Zoe Stark. So Kai and Valkyria are in the finals. Um, who do you got?
Am I
Because
wrong
honestly,
for saying Lyra's going to win this?
I could go with either. To be honest with you, because I feel all right. I feel like Dakota Kai needs this more. Um, with Valkyria, I see a situation where they both could come on top. Like with Valkyria, it's like, okay, if she wins, right? Um, you can have a collision course with her against Becky Lynch, a returning
Right.
Becky Lynch, right? And with Kai, it's like I think it's long overdue. For her to win a huge, or a singles title. So it's tough. I think, I think my heart says Kai, but my brain says Valkyria. It's one of those situations.
I'm going Lara. She was before the big trend of NXT women, or just women taking over NXT. Lara was the big pickup. You know what I mean? So just like it kind of makes sense. If you give her the belt to run, and start out
Yeah,
and have a feud lined up between Dakota and Lara. But at the same time, it's like, well, Dakota has earned her moment to that she deserves a belt.
yeah,
But I think long term storytelling, I think Lara having the belt and everybody chasing her would make a lot of sense. Just from a mid card perspective, like I think Dakota's meant for bigger things. I'm not 100% sure if she's going to be in that realm of being a mid
yeah. I,
card
I just think
contestant.
with WWE, they're just going to see this like, big picture stuff. And it's going to be like, all right, we have an opportunity to set up Lyra versus Becky. And I feel like that's the route that they're going with. And I wouldn't mind a Lyra versus Becky matchup. Um, but it kind of like seems inevitable at this point. When it comes to Dakota Kai, it's like, all right, I think she definitely needs this more. Um, so I'm a little intrigued to see like who comes out on top.
It's a pick 'em. You know what I mean? It's like you can't really go wrong with either one.
Yeah,
It just depends on where's your stance on everything.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So we're gonna find out. We got a couple more days to actually figure this out.
Yeah, we have the so and interestingly enough, I thought that this matchup was going to be like on the premiere episode of of Raw on Netflix, but interestingly enough, it's going to happen on the week after. So the finals are set to take place on January 13th.
Yeah, I kind of expected that because they put the way they build everything for next week. There's no fillers, no dark matches. This is going straight through.
Yeah,
Like this is gonna be it's gonna be enjoyable 3 hours, but it's gonna be a long 3 hours.
it is. It is. It is.
Yeah.
Um and let's take a trip to memory lane and let's talk about Seth Rollins and CM Punk trading pipe bombs
I mean,
on
Seth.
Monday Night Raw.
Seth got slapped around. I mean, the only thing that Seth really said that really hit was, "I got a kid. Where's yours?"
Yeah, basically,
Like
basically.
it just shows, and to those who may disagree, I do not care. Uh Seth Rollins' peak will never touch Punk's peak because even now, like as great as Seth is on the mic, and he might be the best mic man other than CM Punk. The levels between Punk and Rollins is just it's unmatched. There's a big difference on how the draw goes. Like now, it feels like no matter where Punk goes, he's gonna be over, and
Right.
then Rollins is just like Rollins is gonna be the bad guy because Punk is so over, right? Regardless of being where the case may be, but in regards for the pipe bombs, like CM Punk did all this. Like CM Punk took what Austin did in the '90s and remodeled it and made it to where just like it's beyond.
Yeah,
Who
no.
wants to see CM Punk? You
Yeah,
let
no,
me
no.
know who.
I'm with you on that. I just thought, the way that CM Punk fired back, right? First taking a shot at Vince, which
Which
I
was
thought was
great.
yeah,
Which was
which
great because
you know,
now everybody that set the tone. Was like, all right, nobody's untouchable now. Everybody can get hit at any given moment.
right,
Trouble.
with CM Punk saying, he loves claiming he loves WWE, but hated the guy in charge, obviously
But that
referring
guy
to
loves you.
exactly. Kind of like insinuating that Seth Rollins was like a corporate stooge, basically.
Yeah.
You know, um,
He
and,
threw what they said evolution was for Randy Orton. Like, yo, we're just giving you this opportunity here. It doesn't mean like you're
and
that
then
great,
Rollins
even though it
calling,
came out to be where he was that good.
yeah, and then Rollins calling CM Punk a cancer to the locker room and to the business. It's like, you know,
I don't
they're
think I
just.
don't think people really understand if you call somebody a cancer, like that's some nasty shit. And then Punk
They're
responds and it's like, all right, well, that comment made nothing. Punk's just
I mean,
doubling
listen,
down.
at this point, they were just airing whatever they wanted, whatever they had, boiled up for so many years, especially Seth, because, with Seth, you know, basically telling Punk, oh, you didn't have it your way, so you left WWE, and then you joined the competition and still took shots at WWE, but then you left the competition and came back to WWE. So
Right.
it's like, it's good storytelling, and then obviously
But there is no Seth Rollins without CM Punk, considering how that broke down. With The Rock being involved and CM Punk being involved, and it's Heyman still around, it's like, yo, like, you know, it's the Colt Cabana who came out and even said he was like, I want these three guys. I want these guys available to come up to have as a faction and then
yeah,
kind of turn on me. Like there was a full breakdown on how that shit went down. So it goes back to like 2011, 2012. It's like, yo, I wanted these three guys. So it was like Punk hand picked them. So it's
yeah,
like there's so much depth that no matter how much Rollins wants to swing and throw anything but even the kitchen sink at him, it's still not enough because Punk he go back into the archives and they've wrestled each other for years.
right,
Like
right.
how many groups have they wrestled together in? Between Ring
Wrestle
of Honor,
insane.
between all the indies, all the realm, like there was so many you could think of. And it will always tie back no matter how much Ron's gonna want to say and do whatever. It's not gonna matter. Like it just shows a lot. But it also shows the growth of Seth Rollins.
All right.
You wasn't seeing this in the first place. And
Ha-
now it's
having
like
having
years
said
go
that,
by.
having said that, who comes out on top?
CM Punk. Give me a reason why Rollins has to win for now.
I think I'm with you here. I think CM Punk picks up the victory here, but like I mentioned it, I think last week or the week before, it's like I think WWE is setting up for a major heel turn, whether it's
And I think
CM
it should be
Punk,
Rollins.
whether it's CM Punk or whether it's Seth Rollins. I think going back to I think what was it Raw 1000 where they CM Punk was jealous of The Rock coming back, and CM Punk turned heel by attacking The Rock.
Mhm.
It's kind of like similar to that where like this is the marquee matchup, right? And I just feel like yeah, they're setting up for a huge heel turn. I'm inclining more towards Seth freaking Rollins, right? Um, I could see a situation where like those comments that CM Punk said about Becky could bite him because Becky could come back and aid Seth freaking Rollins setting up an AJ Lee return. That's very,
Now,
very
now we're
possible.
talking. Now, give the people what they want.
That's yeah, that is a huge possibility. Um, so or again, we're starting to see like new alliances. Um, we saw Drew McIntyre encounter Rollins a couple of weeks, what was it, a week or two ago, and you know, try to like open up his eyes and whatnot. So it's possible. It's very possible that we see a huge turn here. So we'll see what happens. But I'm with you.
There's a
I have
lot.
CM.
I think for now, I think as of right now, Punk is gonna win. But I do think at the end of it all, I think Rollins goes over. So if
Yeah,
we get that Mania matchup, I think Rollins goes over.
yeah,
I
I'm with
think
you.
that makes a lot of sense. You're gonna build Rollins into a perennial loser, and not saying that he's a loser, like he's not a bad wrestler, but in this situation, He's gonna lose and lose and lose and lose, and then he's gonna snap. And then once he goes, I think he goes full blown heel. He's gonna go on this monstrous run, and just like then you'll see the trail of like 5, 6, 7, 8, PLE wins, and then he moves over to get a belt, and he's gonna be on this monstrous run that we should have gotten before he got hurt, like 3, 4, 5 times in the past like 6 years.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. Let's move on to I think a debut that a lot of people are looking forward to, and that's Pentagon. Uh Listen, we've been getting the vignettes week after week after week, and
Yeah,
yeah, with a zero and a slash. And a lot of people are like, all right, it has to be Pentagon, right? There's always been that little doubt, but it was
Sankara.
basically, yeah, it was basically confirmed with our latest vignette where you kind of see the outline of his mask. So Penta on his way to WWE. It seems like he's gonna make his debut on Netflix this upcoming Monday Night Raw, and we saw a segment where Rey Mysterio will take on the New Day, right?
I told you. I said this last week. He's gonna be Londo with the LWO in some shape or form. And
Yeah.
of course,
So
the new dickheads of the group want to be in it. Oh, we belong in the locker room. No, you don't. Blah 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 blah. Who do you think you are? Now, so now they're gonna fight each other, and we're gonna get you know the quote unquote New Day, the dickheads, with
yeah.
what is
So,
the mystery
yeah,
partner.
but you know what? WWE has done a great job with the New Day because now it's like they're getting like nuclear heat.
Oh, it's disgusting. Because you,
Yeah.
you didn't expect this. You never expected Kofi to be a bad guy, right? Xavier Woods to have
Right.
this villainous role, and the fact that they were so high in being faces of the company, and now they're gonna be full blown like disastrous heels of the company. Whereas like now everybody hates them. So like this is it's two polar opposites.
Yeah, definitely. And again, so Rey Mysterio now teased. Well, now it's official. It's going to be a tag match, right? But interestingly enough, Rey Mysterio didn't name anybody from the LWO as his partner.
Yeah, it's
So
the quote unquote mystery partner.
right. So now, you could kind of like book it that Penta will probably be that mystery partner that Rey Mysterio is looking for. And listen, I'm super excited about this.
This,
Because
this is what you said. No, like 3 or 4 years in the making. After Penta got
yeah, I
screwed
mean,
over
listen,
on
I've been so
AEW.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest Penta fan. No, I've been following Penta since I'm not gonna say Mexico. It is Lucha Underground. That's where I first laid eyes on Penta, and
With him and Ray went at it a couple times.
you know, so him and his brother Ray Phoenix. I was like, damn, like these guys are super talented. And then once they went to they went to TNA for a bit. I was like, damn, that's a good get. Um, and what's again the beauty of these two wrestlers is that you could build them up individually, not as a tag team, but as individual stars. So then they go to AEW, and I'm like, oh man, they're gonna kill it there. Obviously, at that time, AEW was the hottest product. It was the newest thing. It was the new toy that all fans loved and wanted to see. So unfortunately, it seems like Penta and Ray Phoenix had a fallout with AEW, which I guess we'll hear about that one day, or more details about that one day. Now Penta's a free agent, well, signs with WWE, and Ray Phoenix has to wait a little bit while. But so I just personally, I'm excited for Penta. I don't want him to be paired up or have to do anything with the LWO. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you one thing. I hope that after him and Rey Mysterio pick up a victory over the New Day, that Penta turns on Rey.
So you want to start off a heel run for Penta?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I would absolutely love that. If they're able to execute that, I listen by all means, or maybe like Penta screws Ray in the middle, in the midst of the match, because again, like to have Rey Mysterio and Penta pick up a victory over a newly heel New Day, and you're trying to build up New Day again. I don't know. It seems a little sus to me. So we could see a turn here. We may not, but all I know is I'm super excited for Penta in WWE. I can't wait to see what's in store for him.
Yeah, it's a you said it a lot. It's a long time coming for Penta. So to have the opportunity now, where now I mean, AEW is a big stage, but now you're really on the biggest stage, right? Now you're on
Yeah,
something. It's this is a new era for him. So to have that, and not to mention like you can put Penta anywhere, openers, mid cards, you can put him on the main event scene, and he's still an excellent wrestler. You know what I mean? There's no real
yeah.
flaw in his game. So it works out very well. And then you gotta wait for, Phoenix to show up. Whenever he decides to show up.
Listen. Whenever that happens, like I'll be super excited for that. Um, so let's just go real quick back to the WWE Raw, next Netflix premiere. There is a couple of matches. I know we kind of had some predictions last week, but let's see if they happen to change this week. Um, and there's also a couple of surprises in store for us. So I'm really excited about that. So first off, Jay Uso versus Drew McIntyre.
Uh I'm going to go with Drew.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Drew McIntyre at this point is picking the OG bloodline apart one by one, and it doesn't stop here. I think eventually we could see a McIntyre versus Roman, run that back again. But yeah, I think Drew McIntyre beats Jey Uso at the premiere.
Okay.
Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley.
I think Rhea finally gets her justification and all this. She'll win it. You kick off Netflix with the best women's wrestler on the Raw roster, and I think she gets on. I think Liv's done enough with the belt. I think they got to really got to plan what happens with the Judgment Day and what they do.
Well, yeah, the Judgment Day is easily crumbling. So,
Yeah, so
uh,
I think with her no belt makes it easier.
yeah, so Liv losing the belt here on Monday Night Raw, which by the way is a last women standing match.
Yeah,
I think
we haven't seen that in a long time. Those are always good matches.
yeah. I just see Rhea Ripley picking up the victory here. Also, they kind of teased Rhea Ripley and EO a couple of weeks ago, so I think that might be the new direction. That might be, that's possibly your Mania match. Um, but yeah, unfortunately for Liv, I think her luck ends up, runs out here.
She had a really good title run.
She had a great title run. She had a
I
great,
think it's just now's a matter of time. Which is all right. You go off to do something else now.
yeah. She had a great title run here. I just think, yeah, her time's up, and
And get ready for Rhea and Charlotte.
I don't know. I have something in mind for Charlotte, which we'll share in just a couple of minutes.
All right, so let's keep
Uh,
going.
so again, we just talked about it. Rey Mysterio and a surprise partner versus the New Day.
They go over. You have to give Penta a W for kick off
Yeah,
his debut.
yeah. Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. Obviously, they
Roman
are going.
gets it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stipulations on this. There's a lot writing on this. So it is a tribal combat match.
Okay.
They'll obviously they're going to fight for the Ula Fala, but then also on Friday Night SmackDown they put the stipulation that if Roman wins, Solo will acknowledge Roman, right? Um, if Solo yeah, that happens. I'm sorry. That's if Solo loses, right? If Solo wins, then Paul Heyman becomes the wise man for Solo Sikoa, which just makes it
Yeah, I think that favor. I think Punk's favor is gonna fall into favor at some point. Because
And
last time when we saw Punk and Heyman together, it was like, "What do you need? One more thing, take me with you." So I don't think Solo is gonna have
and
Heyman.
and interestingly enough, we have Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. That's going to be the main event of WWE Raw on a premiere show on Netflix. That can only mean one thing. I think The Rock is going to make an appearance.
So he said he wasn't gonna be there because of scheduling, and then all of a sudden, I think as of like Thursday, he said, "Well, he wasn't sure about this." Blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden they said, "Well, now the schedule's open up to do different things." So there's a lot of question in the air, but that would make a lot of sense if that's the one to go over and they plan this and the third. So you could see Roman winning and then Rock showing up and then everything going all over the place, or
Yeah,
Solo winning and then Rock shows up and he's the higher purpose.
I think. To be honest with you, I think Roman beats Solo here. Roman does beat Solo here, and then The Rock comes out. Seems like he's celebrating with Roman, only to turn on him.
Okay, I can see that as well, and that sets up the Mania main event.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, we talked about to get the Rock in it. Let's go.
I mean, as much as we're hearing, oh yeah, Rock schedule this, Rock schedule that. Um,
If you
I'm
if
not
you
buying
go
it.
if you go on Wikipedia or go look at the schedule, like upcoming like work, he's got nothing going on outside of like UFC stuff and like anything TKO wise. He has nothing involved. I think he has like one movie and like two and like two other small little tidbits. So it's like there's nothing there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you can easily work and do this. You're not held up by anything.
yeah,
He's not doing until like 26 when he got like 3 or 4 movies coming out. Because he put everything up for the holidays. And by the way, the little movie he did, Red, he said it was Oppenheimer good. So now he needs to get his rapport back up. So him wrestling in May is gonna be good for him.
um, and then we have the main event, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, which we both pick CM Punk, right?
Yeah.
And I think
Also
again,
win for a while until it's ready. You're ready to launch the Seth Rollins heel brigade. That's gonna be monstrous. That's gonna be. I think it's gonna be like Roman Reigns level of a push. Him being the
really,
heel. Yeah, I just he. It's the same thing we look at Kevin Owens, right? You've done so much with Kevin Owens. When does he get his payoff? Right? For years, he won his belt, then he lost his belt. And you see Kevin Owens doing a whole bunch of high level matches, winning, losing, winning, losing,
right?
losing, whatever it is. Where's his payoff? I think they're gonna set Seth Rollins up with the same thing, where he's gonna lose a bunch of big matches, and frustration gets the best of him, and he loses it, and whatever the case may be, and he goes on this monstrous tear as a heel. And for him, he can wrestle anybody. You know,
You're right. Yeah,
you can run it back with whoever you want or whoever you want to see down the road. You can see Gunther, you can see Cody, you can see depending what they do with the brand the brand mix up. You could do Cody, you could do Gunther, you could do Orton, you could do Roman, you could do McIntyre, you could do Punk, you can do Bronson. When Reed comes back, you do Reed, you can do the Usos, you can do Sammy. You could have a long list of faces and or high profile matches.
well, I mean, speaking of high profile matches, I mean, hey, John Cena is set to return. He is set to return and appear
We
on
can't talk
WWE's
about
Raw Netflix day.
we can't
When
we
Raw
can't
makes his Netflix debut, right?
we can't talk about that. This is when he shows up on Raw. It is the beginning of the end. It's officially the beginning of the
It
end.
is. It is.
So stop talking about it. We don't want to talk about it.
It is. Once he makes that appearance at WWE Raw's Netflix
The clock
debut,
begins.
yeah, the final countdown is on. Um, and again, we're gonna get more returns debut. I think Logan Paul, is returning. Uh,
They denied his. He wanted to wrestle Cena at Mania. They said no.
I mean, because that's not the marquee matchup. I mean, when you think about marquee matchups with Cena at Mania, you think of Cena Gunther, you think of
Cody.
Cena Cody, right? You know, so I would even put Cena Drew. I mean, there's stuff like that, but um, yeah, I think yeah. So we get a John Cena return. We'll get a Logan Paul return. I do think we're going to get a Becky Lynch return because she was heavily promoted throughout the Raw for Netflix commercials and whatnot. So I think she's going to be returning, and she's going to be set up for the Raw brand.
You have a lot. Like there might be a Taker involvement. You're gonna see Austin there. You're gonna see a lot of legends showing up.
I think Cody, being the star that he is, I think he's also going to be part of the Raw brand. And we'll talk about the WWE transfer window in a few minutes. But
Collins, the transfer portal.
Yeah, I was going to say transfer portal. But yeah. On some interesting news, WWE is reportedly debuting a new NXT show in 2025.
Yeah, what's it called? Evolve?
Yeah, it's gonna be called NXT Evolve. So I don't know, for those who do remember, the wrestling the independent scene, the wrestling company Evolve. So it's kind of like they're doing a revival, but obviously they're doing it with NXT now, and they're going to be utilizing WWE ID talents, right? And I think what makes this even, I think, more interesting and appealing is that Gabe Sapolsky, who ran Evolve, he is going to be in charge of the creative and overseeing the WWE ID brand. So yeah, so I'm guessing, like, obviously this is for new come ups, right? And this is like basically like double A. Thinking about it this way, this is double A for them. Once they make the next jump, they'll go to triple A, which is NXT, and then they'll go to the main roster, which is the show of shows, right? But it obviously there's no word yet on. Hey, shout out to Brandon Lee.
Government.
Yeah, I'm throwing your whole government name. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for the let him cook. I am.
Yeah,
Thank you.
times.
Thank you. I am cooking. I am certainly cooking. But yeah. So again, no word on when this show will air or anything like that. So again, it's supposed to happen in 2025, and we'll I guess we'll hear more about it as the time goes on.
It'll take some time for everything to pan through.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good look for WWE to have some kind of like dev talent.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to have everything lined up to do certain things. So hopefully it continues to pan out that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, that's good stuff. Good stuff for them. Again, we'll talk about the WWE transfer window is underway. We kind of saw a little glimpse of what's going to happen. So we saw Drew McIntyre make an appearance on WWE SmackDown. It seems like Drew McIntyre is SmackDown bound. We're going to see a lot of moving pieces, but that seems to be the first major piece. We don't know. Listen, rumors have it that Cody could be Raw bound and Gunther could be SmackDown bound. So just keep an eye out on that. But it seems like the first major transfer is Drew McIntyre going to the SmackDown brand. And speaking of SmackDown, we have Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time. So for those who didn't tune in on Friday Night SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton cashed in her Money in the Bank on Nia Jax, winning the WWE Women's Title on SmackDown. Which again, I think they set that up perfectly. I don't know what if what's it called? If there was any other way, I think they had so many perfect opportunities, but I think this cash in was finally well executed, and we have a new champion in our on our hands. Um, One thing is for sure though, you mentioned a certain somebody coming back, Charlotte Flair. Unfortunately, that's her Mania match. I
And
think I
Tiffany,
think I think we're getting a Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair match. Mania.
okay,
Um. Oh, and shout out to Naomi and Nia Jax because they both killed it.
that they did. Wait, hold on. So So hypothetically speaking, right? It's not confirmed. It's all but confirmed. Who goes over in that? Tiffany or Charlotte?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised anymore if Charlotte went on top. So I mean, listen, if
Absolutely.
Tiffany Stratton has a somewhat dominant run, right, from here to WrestleMania, then that's fine. I'm cool with it. That's fine. But I think it's only a matter of time where you get a star power like Charlotte come back, and it's like, all right, they're gonna attach a belt to her right away. I could definitely see that happening. Now the question is, who's gonna be the heel? Who's gonna be the face? I don't know. I don't know. But you know, thank you, Beely, for sharing the lives. Sharing the wealth to everyone.
Hopefully everybody tunes in. They want to see. I mean, they're not here for me. They're for you. I'm here. I'm here for.
Oh,
You know,
and I say that mid episode because spoiler alert, we're now on TikTok, which is
that's right.
amazing.
You the breaking news here.
Yeah, we're on TikTok. I mean, this is good. This is again, we said that on this.
Another channel, another segue.
Yeah, we mentioned that we were going to grow and that we were going to get more interviews lined up. So,
Big things lined
yeah, big things in 2025.
he actually said things.
A little AEW news. So AEW Dynamite again. I feel bad for them because they continue to receive negative fan reception, but
Yeah, the new theme is ass. The shit
this
sucks.
time, this time for the new theme that they have, right? Which is I'm so excited by the Pointer Sisters.
The,
I'll be honest with you,
the song is cool.
I don't mind it. I think
I
it's
mind it.
I think it's yeah, I like the little like 80s theme, kind of get an 80s feeling, 80s, 90s, whatever you want to so it's cool. But I think a lot of people have a problem with it because it's like, all right, why would you put a theme song that is so outdated? You know what I'm saying? Um, I personally, I don't mind it. You know, it is what it is. I know people will find a way to criticize AEW. Uh,
Criticize.
and
Whatever
again,
all I hear is criticize, criticize, criticize. It's
uh,
okay.
yeah, no, listen, I don't have anything for and no hate for AEW.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't. I just again, my biggest issue has been booking and creative.
So you're
The
telling me
mat
you don't hate AEW for the misuse of Adam Cole. You don't hate AEW for the misuse of Keith Lee. You don't hate AEW for the misuse of Malachi Black.
All right, that's where we draw the line.
Hate let the hate consume you. Like AEW has a lot. They have a lot of work to do. AEW, but the theme song did not need to be worked on.
Yeah.
We can just leave it at that. I love the positivity, but no,
Yeah,
we're
no. Listen, AEW needs some work, obviously, and that has to come from Tony Khan. But we'll see what happens. But again, Um, that is the new theme song for AEW Dynamite. I'm so excited. Uh,
Way to throw
listen,
it in there. Well, you're right. It is cool. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to cope with this whole situation to catch my drift.
um, so let's go with Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, undergoes name change. Now, now he's under the name Cope.
And guess what? He's gonna retire in about 2 years at this rate. There's no. I mean, I get Edge was is fucking copyrighted by like it's trademarked by WWE, which is cool. So Adam Copeland, that works. That's cool. Cope, you being cool now because your name is Cope now. You know, you got a cute little nickname. We don't give a fuck about your nickname. We appreciate Edge and Adam Copeland, not Cope. He was the radar superstar. Call yourself that for now on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I don't know. Maybe he wants to have this new edgier theme, little edgier gimmick. I don't know. Another bad decision by AEW or Edge. How you want to go about it?
Listen, bro. I don't know. I really don't know. Um, it just I'm baffled. Like Cope, really? I mean, if it was Copeland, then fine. But Cope, like, I don't know. It just seems weird.
I don't get it. But then again, I don't get AEW anymore. AEW is really good.
Yeah.
I'm not excited.
Um. Yeah. We all try. We we all try. We all try. Then we have Ricochet's a brutal heel turn. Again, so it's been teased week after week after week, and now it's finally cemented. Which he again brutally attacks Swerve Strickland with scissors, leaving him all bloodied up. And to be honest with you, this is the best I've seen from Ricochet in a while. I think the heel turn will suit him. However, again, just needs work on the mic. But this is what he needed to kind of like spice things up. And yeah, this is a big victory for
I
him.
agree. We haven't seen something like this in a long time from Ricochet. Not really. I'm not saying like him being the heel, but him being like this persona, this personality. So it's like we're seeing something that's enjoyable. So the fact that we made that, we as in the wrestling community, as well as you know the way writers are setting up as we're making a joke, right? They made fun of him. They made him look like a fucking weirdo, and then once you be a bad guy, they start throwing paper. Teach me about you. Throw paper at you.
Yeah.
I know I would. So it was nice. I'm cool with all this, but now I need them to make it happen. I need something where it's like, yo, what are you gonna do with all this now? What are you gonna do with this new persona, this new personality? What do you got going on? So hopefully, unlike the past, they get it right with Ricochet.
Yeah. Hopefully. Hopefully. All right. Then we have Kenny Omega. You know,
He's back.
he's back. It's a good thing he's back. He made his AEW return at World's End, right? And he awarded Okada the Continental Championship, right? After Okada defeated Will Ospreay. Now, again, what's his motive here? Because it's like they had a long stare down, uh, and I think it's only a matter of time till we get Kenny Omega versus Okada again, and this time for the Continental Championship.
And which Omega goes over.
Who knows? Who knows? I
I mean,
mean,
is there a reason for you to think that there wouldn't be an Omega loss? Give me a reason why Okada shouldn't lose to Omega.
I don't know.
right? That's what I'm saying. Like they're like, Okada's gonna have his run. Like he's got the belt. He'll do this and third, but he'll have what 3-4 months with the belt, X amount of appearances, whatever the case may be. What's the reason for him not to do it? Not to win against Omega.
Oh, shout out to Loud and Toxic for the ice creams and the dolphins.
We got ice cream and dolphins. Yes,
We got
sir.
ice creams and dolphins.
Okay, Cat. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. What flavor ice cream? I'm being fat right now. Is there a flavor? We got Echo the Dolphin, and we got what color flavor ice cream? Is it
I don't
vanilla?
know.
Chocolate?
I don't know. But yeah, no, I feel like a collision course between both of them is underway. So, we'll just have to wait and see. And then our final topic of today, is the WWE Royal Rumble 2026 will be held in Saudi Arabia.
Get your passport ready so that we're going.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I don't know where I don't know where we're going, but no. So obviously, this is part of WWE's 10-year deal with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, which runs through 2028. So again, we knew it was only a matter of time that Saudi Arabia wanted to host a major, event, maybe either a Royal Rumble.
Next, right? So we got the Rumble here.
I'm sorry.
You know what's gonna happen next, right? Now we got the Rumble and Saudi Arabia 26. You know what's gonna happen 28.
I don't think they're gonna go with Mania.
You don't think?
I think they gave them the Rumble just to like, all right, yeah, we can afford giving you a Rumble, but in terms of a WrestleMania, I think it's just I think that's gonna be a different venue, a different location. But I mean, listen, hey, if this is your way of making money, by all means, right?
Shit, you know what? The way life is going in New York, we might get WrestleMania out in Queens at some point. The way they're working Corona Park, we might
who knows? Who knows?
But as of right now, I mean it's gonna be cool. I'm like it's gonna be a bigger venue. You're gonna have more people, obviously. So it's like that's gonna be dope to see. We're gonna have what was so, let me see what the size of Crown Jewel.
How many people it could hold?
Yeah. 70,000 at the King Fahd International Stadium.
Okay.
So it's 5398 to be expanded to 70,000, right? But that's just one venue. So if you have Mahalo Arena, that is 22,000. That's smaller. Mercer Park, 25,000. So 2034, the FIFA World Cup coming in Saudi Arabia, that's gonna be 46,000. So it's only gonna expand. So for the Rumble, you're gonna have a giant spot. Like it's just a matter of time for you to get that opportunity. We're gonna see something giant. So they go back to Riyadh and go to that, get 70,000 people at the Royal Rumble. I think there's a great look.
Okay.
It just makes a whole lot of sense. I'm not opposed to having because certain places are supposed to have big matches, right? So like when you had Puerto Rico's small, but it was the place you felt like it was like 100,000 people in there, even though it was like 19,000 people.
Well, yeah, I mean the four major pay-per-views being Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, and WrestleMania. I think they're always going to require a big stadium, that can hold.
It's grown to the point where you can't do MSG, right? You can't do
Yeah.
MSG. You have to go to MetLife. You can't do Wells Fargo. You have to do Lincoln Financial, right? You
Yeah.
have to go. You left the idea of going into small arenas, and now you're doing stadiums.
Yeah.
Right? You're just at that point now. You've grown so much to where you sourced yourself out of small gigs. It's crazy to say that MSG is a small gig, but it is right when it comes to these four giant PLEs.
Yeah.
For the Rumble, you got to pick a giant venue. You got to pick giant areas, giant locations where you're gonna have that shit go on, where it's gonna be great. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
this is a win for WWE. It's also a win for international relations. And as you know, with the way the world's going right now, international relations.
Yeah. I'm just interested to see what other venues out there, global venues WWE tries to pull it. I know they're trying to do Mexico next, but I'm just again interested to see where else.
Yeah, we the world today and international relationships aren't that good. So to have this opportunity is a plus. So we're saying enjoy a good Rumble, and I don't know. Give me your way too early 26 prediction.
Braun Breaker.
That's actually a really, really good one. I might have to join you with that. Braun Breaker was the 26 Rumble, and so that's a great look.
I'm gonna go Braun Breaker 2026, and I'm gonna go Lyra 2026
for the men and women. That's a really good choice.
Yep,
I'm all for that. I love it. Love to see it. Well, I hate to see us go. So, but we'll be back next week for another episode of the Sense of Foot Wrestling Podcast. You can tune in on a weekly basis. We are live. We are now officially live on TikTok, live streaming. Episode up on YouTube in a couple hours. We are live on Twitter per usual, or X. How do you want to go about it? You can check us out on Facebook, IG, Twitch, you name it. We're on it. If you want to check us out, the audios. If you can't watch us, you can watch us later on YouTube and see clips on TikTok or whatnot. If you can't watch us, you want to hear us, our audios will be up on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your platforms at and get your viewings for any of your podcasts or episodes, we will have on there as well. So that'll do it for us. What's the plan the rest of the day? So what you got going on?
I'm going to my uncle's house. Probably chill out there for a bit. We got a family get together, and then obviously come back. Probably play some Call of Duty, some Squid Game, or
Squid Game was lit. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was bad fun.
I'm not like in the beginning. It was just like, all right, what the hell did I get myself into? But it's one of those. So
it's a fun game. I'm saying, yo, get Marvel Rivals.
All right, I'll download it.
It's a quick download. It's fun. It's a fast-paced field. Matches are really quick. Not really quick. It's a good 10-minute matches, whatever. But it's fun. Give it a shot. You'll enjoy it. So, but I'll be on Xbox tomorrow. I'll be out and about all day. I'll get my car now from the shop. So, yeah. Till then, catch y'all next week.
Laters.